Being from the small town of Rockwood, Tennessee, where there is indeed a rock and a piece of wood, and that's about it, I do not understand big city traffic. In Rockwood, we didn't have traffic jams, we had tractor jams. Those times we're in a line of cars 10 and 15 deep on a 2-lane curvy road because up ahead is Farmer Fred on his tractor thinking it's a great day for a Sunday drive. Our definition of rush hour was trying to beat the Baptist to Cracker Barrel after church on Sunday morning. Holy grail of southern restaurants that it is. So when it comes to big city traffic, especially the aforementioned rush hour, I am at a loss for cuss words. I mean, first of all, and I'm probably not the only comedian who has observed this, who decided to call it rush hour? Oh yeah, you can rush to a screeching halt all right, but that's about it. What, was there somebody named Rush in town and hey, he happened to be the slowest driver and so we named it after him in his honor? Somebody's pet turtle? And then you've got all these different zones in rush hour. And first of all, there's the merge zone. The merge zone is you're on the interstate and you're coming up on an exit, and yeah, it speeds up a little bit because some people are getting off, but inevitably on the other side, it goes about as fast as a 100-meter dash where every contestant is at least the same age as the number of meters being run. And while I understand the lane where people are merging into being slow, what I don't get is why are the people 2 and 3 lanes over going so slow? I mean, what are they doing? Going, oh my goodness, people are merging over there. I better slow down. And then there's the stop and go, get my hopes up zone. That's that long stretch of interstate where you come to a stop and then it's 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour, stop. 5, 10, 15, 20, stop. 5, stop. And while most people are wondering, man, when am I going to get out of this? My question is twofold. A, who started this? And B, why are they not in jail? Somebody had to start this. I mean, what were people doing? Going, hey, everybody, let's just all come to a stop on the count of 3, okay? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. That was fun. Let's go about half a mile down the road and do it again, okay? Or is there something more diabolical at work here? I'm sure you're wondering why the city government has hired you for this top secret project. I will explain. Each of you will be assigned to a small group. Each small group will be assigned to an interstate. Each morning, from Monday through Friday, at about 6:50 in the morning, you will be given a starting point some many miles away from downtown. You will get on the interstate, spread out evenly, 1 car per lane, and then come to random stops as you make your way toward the heart of the city. Then, beginning about 3:50 in the afternoon, you are to leave downtown, head out back the way you came, repeating the same process. And, if anyone asks you about this has absolutely nothing to do with a sizable campaign donation made to our mayor on the behalf of a certain road construction company. Finally, there's the enlightenment zone. The enlightenment zone is that just weird random place in the interstate where all of a sudden people just, they're going along and they realize, wait a minute, we're in cars. They go fast. We don't have to go 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. We can go 55, 60. And then just everybody speeds up. Now, understand, I'm not complaining about the enlightenment zone. I'm just wondering, why weren't we all doing that in the first place? Red lights are an electronic thorn in my side. Red lights not only stop me, they stop my joy, peace of mind, and happiness. Oh yeah, I know how I'm supposed to be as a good follower of Jesus. Lord, thank you so much for these big, bright, beautiful red lights and for stopping them at the last second, yea, the last moment, in order to maximize the amount of time I have to sit here and work on my patience, and that for the 5th time in 15 minutes. Thank you, Lord. No, instead, I get more stressed than the bride waiting to see if her groom's actually going to show up on the wedding day. The first wedding. I mean, once you get to the third or fourth, it's not all that big a deal anymore. It's kind of like, he didn't show up? Hey, groomsman, you're single and cute. You got a job? Okay, why don't you and I get married instead? So yes, I get stressed out. And the reason is all those loving, well-intentioned people out there saying, live your life to the fullest. Don't let a single moment go to waste. Make every second count. Talking about putting pressure on a guy. How in the world am I supposed to do that sitting at a red light? As soon as I come to a stop, I've got all these voices in the back of my head saying, your life is now officially passing you by. You are now failing to make every moment count. The tick-tock of the grandfather clock you hear is the sound of your life passing you by. Well, David, look, if you get that stressed out at a red light, you just turn on the radio, get your mind off of things, make you feel better. Oh, yeah, the radio, that's a great idea. Click. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Click. Time, why you punish me? Click. Hurry on down because there's not another moment to waste. This opportunity will not last forever. You better get on down here because time is running out. Yeah, radio. Great idea. Thanks. But in the end, I should calm my soul because red lights are there to keep us safe. Much like the Tennessee Department of Transportation. In all seriousness, thank you, T.D.O.T, for what you do to keep us safe. Having said that, please do not take much offense when I call into question some of your methods for doing so. For example, the big electronic billboards that are sprawled across the interstate at various and sundry places. Is that really such a good idea? I mean, you can see it happening, right? Oh my goodness. Tennessee roadway fatalities, 127. And then the sign just magically, bumps up to 128. I was going down the interstate reading said electronic billboard a couple years ago. It read, Tennessee roadway fatalities, 49% no seatbelt. I was like, 49% no seatbelt. Man, that is just awful. And then all of a sudden, in the back of my head, that part of my brain that does algebra, the one that's been bored to tears since high school, woke up and started crunching the numbers. Now let's see. Let X equal the 24th letter of the alphabet. 100% roadway fatalities minus 49% no seatbelt equals 51% with seat belt. And so while I'm, trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do about this newly discovered belt of death across my chest? And I'm trying to take the smooth, slow approach. Okay, maybe just kind of gently get this thing off. Other people were passing me, and they had done the math themselves. They weren't being so subtle. Get this thing off of me! And when, I'm not paying attention to my speed because of the shock that I'm in, that I've, of what I've been wearing across my chest all these years. A cop, who was probably a pop, and maybe drinking pop at the same time. Who knows? A cop pulled me over, says, hey, son, you're going too fast back there, yes, sir, officer, I know. And you weren't wearing your seatbelt. Going to have to write you up for that. Officer, did you not read the sign back there? What sign? Tennessee roadway fatalities and 49% no seatbelt. Yeah. Well, you do the math. Okay, let's see. Let X equal the woman he used to be married to, 100% roadway fatalities minus 49% no seatbelt equals 51% with seatbelt. You have a good day, sir. He goes back to his car, pulls out, and he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. So anyway, in the end, I think the message that was being communicated was just not really done because, seatbelts, I do believe, are a safe thing. So please, people, keep wearing them despite the statistics out there. Try not to pay too much attention to those. This comedy routine brought to you by Acme Super Sound Effects. Are you tired of being at home alone watching sports on TV where the only fans in attendance are the ones keeping the players cool? Oh wait, they banned those games too. Well, anyway, we've got audiences applauding, cheerleaders cheering, beer bums booing, and even perturbed parents for those of you who attend Little League games. Are you tired and bored to tears being at home alone watching a comedian with no audience because all human interaction has been banned because of the COVID-19 pandemic? Well, we've got all your favorites. We've got fake friend phone calls. Wait, do friends actually call each other anymore? Oh yeah, you're right. Texting doesn't make much noise. Okay, I can see where you're coming from. Anyway, we've got berating bosses, nagging mother-in-laws, even conversations on which you should not have eavesdropped, but you did anyway, and much, much less. So hurry up and get your Acme Super Sound Effects machine today before all these sound effects become irrelevant tomorrow. This has been David Hicks. Thank you for listening. And I'm hurting my back now.